Oh no,
I don't know that. You ain't go to the. Yo, what's up, my people? Welcome to tonight's episode of He Said, She Said, and the Real. Tonight, as we promised you all last week, it is the Man Cave Takeover. So I got the fellas on the show. So tonight is all he said, no she said. So ladies, join this conversation, and we're going to learn you something. We're going to learn you something tonight. So check us out, man. So first thing I want to do is bring in the fellas. So I'm gonna start it off with, of course, the producer and one of the regular misfits, only what he's gonna call himself a misfit, but Mr. Contract Negotiation himself, Mr. Smoke Fella Ben.
What up, everybody? Yes, the fellas, it's the Man Cave Takeover, and we about to do our thing tonight, man. We about to learn you ladies something. I'm gonna repeat that for y'all that's in the back. We gonna learn y'all something today.
Okay. So hey, what up? We got Dwayne, one of our regulars, man. What's going on? Miss Rocky, hello, how you doing tonight? Thanks for chiming in. Chime in as usual, one of our regulars. I know you're gonna talk some madness with us. So as more ladies jump on here, I just want to let y'all know, ladies, feel free to ask any questions you all want. Anything you want to know, you can ask the fellas, and we will answer it as honest as possible. All right, without incriminating anybody.
Hey, Lefty, you ask me no questions, I tell you no lies.
All day, every day. So, man, let's bring in our first guest panelist tonight. I'm gonna bring in my man, Billy D. What's going on, Billy?
Good evening.
Man, what's up, man? This our man Billy D. He's actually a honorary Smoke Fella member, but our brother of the Leaf, man, is one of my guys. So Billy is gonna represent the single men.
There you go.
Billy is 100% single, ladies. So man, take it easy on my boy. Don't attack him, but feel free to ask any question y'all want.
Hey, Billy D, make sure you check those comments coming up. It could be some crazy psychos out there trying to get you, bro.
Oh no.
So Billy D. We got Lisa chiming in. What's going on, Lisa? Oh, there go Love Bug. Love Bug's able to jump in and say, "Hey, Miriam's on that. What's going on, sweetie?" So my other panelists, we gonna bring them in. My man, TB, Tony Bob.
Hey. Thanks for having me. I got a last minute call, but I'm here for my fellas. Here to school you ladies. Let you know if you can't find them, man, why you can't find them. If you don't learn nothing tonight, do like my grandmother said. Don't woke them up, let them sleep.
What's going on, Camo? Tiffany Jordan. Yes, we got TB. So TB is our residential married fella. TB is actually married. So sorry to break you ladies' hearts, as he always like to say.
That happens.
TB is married. So y'all gonna get it from every perspective. So we got a gentleman that's single, and we got a gentleman that's married. So ladies, feel free to pile on the questions, man. So what's going on, fellas? Y'all good today? Y'all, everybody cool?
Good day. Good day. Positive vibes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right, that's
Okay,
what
so
I'm talking about. That's
the
what I'm
ladies
talking
jumping
about.
in early, man. So we might as well kick it off, man. So
Shit,
for
me and
y'all
Billy D
watch
here.
that, there it is, man. That's what it is.
That's
That's what
exactly
it
what
is.
it is.
The word got out, huh? Word got out.
Right,
So
right.
let's kick it off, man. So we got, we've been doing the show over a year now. We in our second season, and most of our viewers are ladies. Most of our viewers are ladies, and we're not age bashing, but we'll just say 35 and up. We're gonna keep it in the 35 and up range. Right, exactly. Yeah, I don't want to, we don't want to offend nobody. We just gonna say 35 and up. So, everybody, we got people that done been through some things. My boy Gandy done jumped on. What up, Gaddy? What up, Gaddy?
For the trances.
Yes, sir. So for us in relationships and married, but I'm gonna kick it off with Billy D because this one definitely relates to you. So you first of all, you don't mind telling your age, right?
Nah,
All right, well let everybody know how old you are.
The
I'm
truth.
49.
You're 49.
I hit the big 50 this year.
All right, big 5-0. So that ain't his stage age. So that's his real age. So
Right.
get a ladies like your views on dating, especially at our age group. Like, what are some of the things you notice with dating compared like now compared to dating when you were younger?
Uh, from what I experienced, uh, dating what as a younger guy, I seen there was uh, more value in the relationship. It was more like family oriented. Uh, Want to build, a household, whether it's a legacy or just, you have your sons and daughters. The nuclear family, that's what we grew up on. The nuclear family was more like the mother, the father, the son, the daughter, and the dog, the house, and everybody had their tradition of what they're supposed to do in the household. So, from what I experienced, uh, I see that we more regress instead of progress when it comes to the relationship. And being and I'm gonna put my hat in here as a special education teacher, being because we have to address the mental issues, right? So here it is, our society now. The last census that we did, 43% of Americans are reading at a 7th to 8th grade level, right? That's a very immature.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a 7th to 8th grade level. So that's a very immature
Damn.
level to be at 40 something years old, right? So
Yeah.
your mentality, men and women, you're thinking like a child. You didn't take
Mhm.
time to invest in yourself, academically, socially, or economically. So then here it is, you got this 45-year-old man or this 45-year-old woman trying to hold on to the values of what the baby boomers used to do. And they can't correlate. You're not
Damn.
grasping the concept. And then a lot of people get influenced by what they see on television. You're not an Atlanta housewife. You're not going to get that type of lifestyle, And if you're chasing that, then now you're saying you objectify yourself. I'm speaking on the women. You objectify yourself. You putting your cleavage out. We got women suffering from body disorder. You got the weeds. It's really hard to sip out a woman who genuinely wants a relationship.
Oh wow. So ladies, y'all now that's from a single
Hey, hold
black
on.
man.
Hold on. If I didn't, I just need to say them was bars that was dropped. Bars. Bars.
Now, ladies. That and like I said, ladies, feel free to chime in, ask us anything you want. We will answer anything you ask us, as long as it don't incriminate nobody, and because we ain't trying to cause no issue.
You
Now,
know these.
TB, go ahead, man.
These ladies acting real shy tonight. Usually
Oh,
they popping off.
Oh, they
Now
gonna
they want
about
to get
pop
quiet. They want to get quiet since my man just dropped some bars on them, and now they scratching their heads like, damn.
No, they saying, is he talking about me? Because the last book I read was Jet. Just
They
spit,
still
ladies.
make jet right. So TB, so from your perspective, like we get to hang out. We got our single homies as a married man, but your wife got friends, this, that, and other. What do you see from the outside looking in? The dating pool of what's going on out here, especially people in our age group. that are dating? What are you some views you got? What do you see?
Um, the biggest thing I see that as men, we got it a lot more easier than women. Uh, a lot of women that either my white friends or people I know, they they say the same thing. They just want a man that'll get off the couch, pull his pants up, and can hold a decent conversation. You
Facts.
know, that's why shows like Love After Lockup, women are dating guys in jail, waiting for them to get out because the ones on the street, they in their 40s and they still disciples. You know,
Damn.
vice lords, folk corner hustlers. You know, when do we leave that alone? As far as women, in my opinion only, they've never seen a relationship, not a positive, constructive relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's mama. The mama ain't never had no real husband around. You know, so they don't know how to treat a man. You know, they treat like you said, or what can the man do for me? Girl, he don't work. Girl, he ain't nothing in bed. Or girl, it's always something. You know.
Or that
So,
question of what do you bring to the table, right? That it's
right,
right.
right.
What do you bring to? So Rocky chimed in. She said older men are still playing games. Older men are being. So Ben, you about to leap
Before
back into
before
the.
before you jump in, Ben, Rocky, you are right. There, men gonna play games all no matter how old they are. Not all of them, but a lot of them. But sometimes you got to ask yourself if every man you meet plays games, you might have to switch that up on that man you attract.
Facts.
Now,
Bars.
Whoa.
Bars.
so
Yeah, there's at some point you can't keep saying and you're in your 40s talking about men ain't shit still. You need to definitely look in the mirror and
right
rethink some of the things.
on what you attracting or what you like.
Yeah, because like as a single guy, I look at a female and say, do she embody what I'm looking for? And if she and depending on how she attracted me, if she attracted me like a lustful tack, then by default, this is gonna be a lustful relationship
Relationship, right?
because we didn't establish like uh, the steps of building the relationship.
Hey,
You
Billy
you
D.
a woman. Some women objectify themselves so hard she didn't realize how she attracted the guy. She attracted the guy physically, not
Right.
mentally. So what should I? Why should I flip the script when you just presented it to me this way? You're not making it a challenge for
Hey, Billy D. She didn't allow you to court her, as the
me.
old folks would say.
That's true. That's true. That is true. So Rocky chimed in again. That's why I stopped doing the online dating thing. So I don't know. Have any of you guys ever done online dating?
Yep.
You've done it. I've never
Yeah,
done it.
Nah.
yeah,
You did it before. So what's some of the
yeah.
experiences?
I,
What do you see on there? Like what is it about online dating?
It's
Dating.
it's
you,
a it's a Go ahead, Tom.
well, the one thing about online dating, if you get somebody that's for real, that's better than meeting someone face to face. Is you get to know that person without the physical attractions, and you get to like somebody for them instead of as a man. I'm speaking like or the butt behind size or the breast size. So you just get a better attraction towards somebody. But if it's all lies, then it's a waste of time.
Right.
You know.
I
Billy.
mean, online has its own culture in itself. Like the times that I did it, I shy away from the women. They can look drop dead gorgeous, but if you objectifying yourself on there, you being trashy on there, I don't want to talk to you because you're doing exactly what I don't want to get. I listen. If you're attractive, you're gonna get me regardless. But at least give me, don't pull me in physically, pull me in mentally.
So she instantly jumping into the smash
I
category.
mean, it's not. She's not instantly jumping to the smash category, but she's objectifying herself. She's not.
Right.
She's not challenging herself mentally. She's using her goods to bring the guys in versus put in a nice picture of herself. Not too much. I've seen pictures up there, just some nice pictures to see who you are, see your height, see how you shape, and then put
Right.
a
Right.
classy note about yourself on there. and you'll catch some quality guys. But if you put up there the swimsuits and you got the turnaround shots and all the other stuff, yeah, your box gonna be flooded. Your
Right.
box gonna be
So
flooded.
Stacy
with
chimed
with
in.
with
Aren't men
married men and
naturally
single men.
visual?
Married men and single men.
Aren't men naturally visual though? Being
Yeah.
answer that. Being jump in
Yes,
there.
we are.
Yeah, of course, we visual, but once we've matured and we got older, we want to be stimulated by mind just as well as the physical, man. It ain't always about you know you got the big booty, the big breasts, and all that stuff. I have dated in the past, and the individual couldn't hold a conversation, and that was just a major red flag for me.
And
Yeah.
and that's what goes back to what I was saying earlier that average Americans reading at a 7th and 8th grade level. It just that immaturity plays a lot. It's easy to hide it when you're 21 in your early 30s, but when you get into your 40s and your 50s, we're listening how you talk. You can't pull somebody like myself physically. Yeah, we're gonna talk because I'm physically attracted to you.
But
But
that's it.
if you're LaQuisha,
Right.
Right.
this is going to probably turn to a physical relationship.
When I was dating, uh, and I would break up with some my whoever I was dating, we break up, and I started messing with somebody else. And once she seen her, first thing she would go around and say was, "That bitch ain't got nothing on me. She ugly." But it's
Yeah, you're
something.
right.
It's not. Women got to get out their mind. I'm fine, and they gon' it don't work that way because all them Atlanta housewives, that's only probably one or two on there that's married.
Right.
They single. All these
Right.
girls getting these butt
We
implants,
got
they
all these
single
beautiful women out here, and you got
and
to
they
ask yourself,
single.
why you not married?
Why you not married?
You
Now,
objectify yourself so
Right,
hard that you can't even pull yourself back in. You
right,
can't even, you just you're here and you can't get yourself there because you're using your assets to pull the person in.
facts.
You know, it's just
So we got
not
so we
that
got
deep.
so we got Lisa chimed in. I never could take online dating seriously. Felt most guys wanted to just smash. Now me, I've never done online dating, but from the stories I hear, the guys I know that have done it and have done it on the regular, it's a smash buffet. It's pretty much just an all you can eat buffet. It's shooting fish in a barrel. A lot of them view. Tell me if y'all how y'all feel about this. A lot of them view it. A lot of them view those women as desperate. They see like a sense of desperation.
I,
no,
I,
I
I,
don't.
I look at how long they was on there because
Okay.
I did my 30 days and that's it. Like if I can meet somebody in the club in 20 minutes, I feel like the same thing can happen with online. I don't need to be on there 5, 6, 7, 8 months. And if I'm on there 5, 6, 7, 8 months, then there's a problem there. So I'm in and out. I can't afford to keep paying that monthly fee anyway. So
Well,
so I meet the individuals that we have a connection with. We establish communication. We may exchange phone numbers, and then we go from there. But if I get ticked off about it, I'm gone. I'm gone
well,
from it.
I had a girl say, "I never do online dating. All you gonna do is get catfish and people lie to you." Bitch, if I meet you at the club, I'm a doctor. If I meet you online, I'm a fucking doctor. What fucking difference does it make?
Online dating is just a different
Shit.
platform of meeting
That's all.
somebody.
I could be a lawyer.
You
I'm gonna
can
be
meet
a
somebody
doctor.
at the club. You can meet
Shit,
them
right.
in driving,
Shit.
at the grocery store, online, or normal hookups of introduction via friends. It's just a
And I
different
said,
platform
bitch, I
how
can
you meet
dance.
somebody.
Shit.
You can bust
So I be
beer.
a doctor that can dance.
Beer. Was it? Do you see it? Does it call desperation? Do you see desperation when you think people that do online dating?
I don't
You
think
know,
it's desperation, but it's a
Nigga, did he
tool
say
to
beer?
try to find somebody. Because the older
let them
you get,
roll.
because nobody don't want to be alone.
Right.
So the older you get, you want to try to have some form of established relationship closing these years out. Because the older you get, all this drinking and smoking and kicking and partying, that stuff gonna get old to us. So then eventually
Thanks.
we gonna have to just relax, sit down at the house, do our little domesticated little thing, do our little trips, and be adults and grown. But right now we got women and men out here screwing like crazy. You know,
You know,
you know.
I,
And
I see it
females feel
as,
like, because I was intimate with you,
You owe me.
we in a relationship. But you gotta realize if you're not embodying what I'm looking for, then it's not going to work. And because we slept together doesn't give you the green. That does not mean the green light that this is long term. It's just part of the courtship. It's no different than me sitting here taking you out, 20 times, and I feel like, man, we went out 20 times. This is a dud. Start
Hey, we
all
got
over
the
again. So
we got him chiming in. Ben, go ahead, jump in
man,
on that.
listen. You know, I don't think that they thirst traps, but I think nowadays trying to exhaust every avenue that they can if you got to go online. Because my thing is, man, people go out and be social, and it doesn't have to be in the club. It don't have to be in the bar, the lounge. You can be social in the library, just on the quiet side. But you meet people in the grocery store. Everywhere that you go, you meet people. And if you confine yourself to the club, always trying to meet somebody, you gonna attract a certain element all the time. And sometimes, like you said, you got to look in the mirror.
really.
You
I
got to look in the
disagree
mirror.
with that because
And I'm not saying this about fellas be getting out there on this. They out there checking, but women
Look,
come out there and they want to have the tight stuff on, and that you gonna attract a certain element. But if you went to the grocery store just in your normal digs, like you stop in after work, you look in after workish, and you might run into somebody that might be on your level, but they don't even have their eyes open for that.
The online thing just funnels who's available. Now, granted, there's some people out there bogus. Some females, like a lot of times females say, "Well, I just date," and they got to realize that logic don't work the same way with guys. Because when you say "I just date," you can date 4 or 5 guys. There's 4 or 5 guys taking you out. I can't take out 4 or 5 girls.
Hell no,
Because
unless you balling like
your
that.
expenses is nothing. If I'm a high end guy, my bill to something, I take out 4 or 5 girls. That's over $1,000. That's 20. That's 1250. Then I spent just this month taking out 4 or 5 girls.
Plus your fee on the
I
online.
don't say the word just dating.
Go ahead, TB. Jump in there, TB.
First of all, ladies, if you meet a man and he at the club in his 40s every damn weekend, message. Listen, you just got to switch it up. If you trying to find somebody to be serious with, just go out to other places. Go to Outback, sit at the bar, have a drink.
Man, we got jazz settings.
Right,
We got
go to
wine
different
tastings,
places, you know.
But
Don't-
people don't realize or don't understand the word dating no more.
Well, that's true. They
Well, it
text
seem
each
like-
other for a date now.
Yeah,
You want
well,
to go out, girl? What you doing?
that's lack of communication. Everybody trying to jump right to it. So it's like we skipping levels now.
Well,
You
again,
know, it's
that
no,
goes back.
build up. There's no levels in it.
First of all, let me say I'm not gonna sit all night and bash women, but
Right.
I'm giving you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear.
From
It
a man's
goes back.
perspective, right.
It goes back again to you, right? No, that does include cigar lounges because it's more messy in there than any of them. But it goes back to if you do not know how to treat a man or date a man because you've never seen it, it's not your fault. And it's not that, like Billy D said, you can't read, but it's just you don't know. So if you find a very attractive girl and y'all connect, and she's never had a man in her life, she's never seen a man treat her dad right, her mom right, or nothing like that, or most importantly, she don't know how to have when the commotion kick in, y'all start arguing. They want the first thing they want to do is cuss you out. I kill you or cut you. They don't know how to fix the conflict.
Hey,
Right.
hey, Gandhi put something out there, man. Women have eliminated the chase.
Yeah.
And Lefty, you know me. I love a chase.
Yeah, you the hunt.
Man.
Ben has always been a
Man,
hunter.
I love the chase.
He don't
man.
like being a hunted.
Right.
He not only look like a hound dog, he likes to chase.
Be cool down
Don't be
there.
mad at me, Nunu.
So So okay, so let's dive a little deeper because you guys made some great points and some stuff we could play off of. So give some single ladies out here some places to maybe they can find a, like you say, find a man, have a nice conversation, meet somebody where they can really talk. Because the more I sit here and think about it, as crazy as it is, much as I used to hang out in clubs and all that shit, I've never seriously dated a woman from the club. And I was a club head, like comfort zone, click. Yeah, I'm telling my age, like 7 days a week. Never.
I mean, to be honest with you, sometimes it's just by chance. I mean, social
Right.
gatherings, you probably want to change your atmospheres up. I mean, Chicago is the epitome of just functions. Sometimes we get so caught up in this one routine function we always hear. Sometimes we got to switch up the atmosphere. Now I be going to Burger Fest, Beer Fest. You got like, festivals that be kicking off, just more than just the taste.
Margarita.
I mean, if you open up the Red Eye, you'll see a bevy of things that we can do in Chicago. But it's just like we just caught up in this one vicious circle of doing the same thing over and over, and then you meet in this particular guy in this particular group.
They're in the same circle doing the same thing.
Same
Yeah.
thing. So we got a comment from LaVonna Woodford. Hell, if they even ask, I have too many available single friends who say men want to text them good morning to death with no follow-up, no plans to move forward, no asking out on dates, which goes to what we talked about. People don't know how to date, or not even willing to date. So when you hear ladies say that, guys, what is that first thing you hear? Because I hear, weak game, insecure.
It's not even about weak game. Sometimes it's about that banter. You got to have that back and forth with each other. It's not always the guy got to always lead out on the situation. And then sometimes women got to realize if this strategy is not working, why don't you switch it up? Why don't you just go ahead and just
approach him?
Well, not so much approach him, but start some dialogue too. He made the initial contact, then you do some conversation, and then have appropriate questions so it can open up that dialogue. But when you just sit there and just say, I'm a woman and you want me and here I am, it's no substance in that. You got to make sure you got to embody this what this man desires are. And it's more than just physical desires. Like where you at mentally. Some cases where you at spiritually.
What's her name? LaVonna?
LaVonna, yeah.
LaVonna, sweetheart, listen. If that brother texting you, good morning, ain't no follow up, he married, live with a woman, and he just trying to go from there. Don't waste your time, all right?
Yeah. Well, that
see how easy that was? Move on, LaVonna.
red flag. Like
red flag right there.
Because I think where we came, it's funny when I see guys our age and I hear women our age talking about this, because we all came from that same era when you had to get the napkin with the pen. You had to holler, like you had to really get some conversation to get a phone number. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You had to really, you couldn't just be on this goofy online, good morning, beautiful, all that. Right. You really had to have a mouthpiece in order to get a girl interested. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't have to be an El DeBarge looking brother, but if you can make a girl smile, you know what I'm saying? If you can attract her interest, yeah.
But that works for the females too. It's just like sometimes it's a conditioning. Like females are always the recipient, right? Guys, they always gotta, plan the date, pay for the date, do the pickups for the date, and it's just like, and she could just walk away with a thank you. But if you're gonna walk away with a thank you, at least give me some form of conversation or substance about you, so I don't feel like I wasted my time driving, wasting my time picking out this nice place, or wasting my time paying for this particular date. Because instead of taking you to Eddie V's, we could have went to Bar Louie's. Instead of me putting on the plaid trench coat, I could have just put on my jean jacket. It's a different dynamics of how we're gonna go out.
Also, listen, ladies, if
I'm
you sit back,
real, I'm being transparent.
Right. I don't know what transparent means, but real talk, ladies. The red flags. It's hard to cheat now with Facebook, Instagram, cheaters, TikTok, all that. If you don't do your homework on the brother, that's your fault. That's on you. Cause it's easy to find out now. It's not like in the back in the day where the brother can put his beep on silent. Everybody got cell phone. Every time I call you after 8 o'clock, you don't answer. Oh yeah, I don't want to wake my roommate up or some shit like that. That's red flags.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's
if a dude
usually,
is
right
like when I got a girl of interest that I'm in, and I really want to see where we at, I will pose to tell her, give me 5 to 10 questions on our first date, right? So at least we can have some form of conversations about what you want to know about me, and it don't have to be too deep, but it just starts the dialogue so you can hear where he or she is at. Their response says a lot. Is it quality in that response, or is it just ratchetness in that response? And then you kind of assess that person's demeanor and your assessment to say, you know what, I want to see this person again, or do another LaQuisha.
Well,
right.
that a lot of that, but and that comes with the inability to communicate.
LaQuisha.
Usually due to what's going on with social media.
Like anybody name out there, LaQuisha.
So we go, like, we're able to comment on people's posts all day. Like, we're able to comment and hit like and this, that, and the other. But like you say, in the face-to-face, all of a sudden, it's no conversation. And I think, and even with that, so even on a date, right? I haven't been on a date as a single man a long time. But even on a date, like, I don't want to be interviewed, number one. Don't interview me.
That's a way of doing it, though.
Right. I mean, we can have a conversation.
You can interview without person knowing.
But yeah, right, exactly. But make it a conversation.
Right. You don't have to
Don't drill me.
Right. Right. It's just more like perspective on things, or just general conversation, or something that happened today. How you feel about that? Just to hear this person's thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Just to
picking a mind.
Right. Just to get an understanding of like how you process things. So that means a lot. Like, because if you're in a household, if you embodying everything that I want, then I'm comfortable enough to feel like, you know what? If we get married, she can handle this business in the household.
Right.
Because if she can't handle the business in the household, then you're a recipient. That means you spending the money. That means you being aggressive with your style of buying certain things. That means you irresponsible. And then that almost seems like a grounds for divorce. The divorce is very timid to be married now because the divorce rates are so high. And a lot of this stuff is triggered based off what we doing socially. If we're not traveling enough or whatever, or we grew apart, or there's not a physical attraction anymore, or you're not ambitious enough. It's just like you got to keep firing her up so she'll stay. But then it's just that's scary to go through divorce. And what's funny is that I'm meeting a lot of women who have been married not 1, not 2, but 3 times. So I'm saying to myself, this girl hits everything that I want. But in the back of my head, I'm like, well, I love to hear his side of the story of like why y'all got a divorce.
Interesting.
I mean, you got divorced twice,
right?
And so for me, I want this to be a shared experience. So how am I gonna get a shared experience when you did this 2-3 times already? And then on top of that, you want this high expectation of the wedding. Like, man, you spent $60,000, $20,000 each on your last wedding. You got the nerve to try to come with me with $30,000.
Well, a woman being married 2 or 3 times don't bother me. Nah, fuck it. Do it till you get it right. What's the fuck it. Hey, if you've been married 2 or 3 times, what you got that good? That motherfucker want to marry you 2 or 3 times.
You know what? I don't know if y'all saw the comment Nunu made. Man,
I seen that.
Dating is so serious. Just go out and have fun.
Go out. Get you a free meal. Take your ass home.
That is true, because I like to have fun, man. I like to.
That's all this is all about.
Yeah, if I'm sitting up in this conversation too, see, it's like, come on, or everything's taken, or I gotta walk on eggshells with what I say, and all that. I think that's a huge turn off. But I want to get into some of these comments real quick, guys. Dwayne chimed in. I said it before and I said it again. I may take a girl to a doggone buffet and be happy. Uh, we had Nunu being just brought up. What about going with the flow? Sometimes dates could be too serious. We had Gandhi chimed in. Cell phones have destroyed the dating scene. Everyone's too worried about what's going on elsewhere and instead of the person in front of them. True. Oh, my girl Marie chimed in. What's going on, Marie? So Marie, if she got a rebuttal here, I've been married 3 times. 3rd time is a charm. We're approaching 16
I'm not
years
knocking it.
together.
I'm just saying that's what.
And 14 years married. But that's interesting though, because I never thought about it from that side, like you said, Willie D. Like it should make you ask the question, like, or wonder, man, I would love to hear the brother side of the story.
The brother side, right? And ain't nothing wrong with Billy D not liking want to be with a woman that's been married a few times. That's his priority. That don't make him wrong, and that don't make her wrong. But everybody got their own. Some people like big women.
Honestly,
some people like small women.
I don't have a problem with it, but
it just makes you wonder.
You just it's just a little question back in your head, like what's going on, like what happened, like
Yeah, well, sometimes you got to do it wrong. Like my parents were both this their second marriage, and they both have said the same thing. Like they learned how not to do it from that first marriage, and they're totally different in their marriage now than they were when the first time they got married. Either they were younger, or they just didn't. So they had to like experience it. So that's
it's a mature thing. You got to stop worrying about how much he or she make, how big his thing is, and how good her good is, and find you somebody that's your friend.
Yep.
See, fellas, in my case, I never ever want to see my wife crying over some stupid shit I did.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So but I wasn't always like this. Men take a little longer to mature to know what they really want.
That's true.
Well, women, y'all know what y'all want right away. At least you think you do.
So let me do this, because we always talk about on this show, and the ladies are being encouraged to rotationally date. This is something me and Ben go through weekly, hearing about this damn rotational dating.
No.
So I'm gonna start with TB first. When you hear that, just say your single days when you were single.
Well, hold on, Lefty. Explain rotational dating for.
Well, for those
that might not miss
those shows, it's pretty much like date a bunch of them until the right one steps up or one stands out. That sums it up. It goes a little deeper than that, but it's pretty much like just date a whole bunch of people. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's what I always hear from it. So, TB, if you were single, and you're interested in a young lady, and you don't have to and she's doing a rotational dating thing. Not saying she got to tell you, what she's doing, but she's dating other people. How would you view her? Does that kind of make you draw back a little bit, or that kind of take her out of the category as possible?
It would. Well, first I would respect her for her honesty, but attraction is not hard for me. If you laugh at my corny jokes and make me laugh, man, that's all it takes for me.
So that wouldn't bother you that she's dating other guys. While y'all
I just probably wouldn't take us if I find myself really starting to like her. Then yeah, I'll have a problem with it. But in the beginning, no, I don't care. I probably wouldn't sleep with her right away because I don't know what you're doing out there.
Right. I don't have a problem with it, because if I find out that I'm in the rotational dating, then my thing is this. Well, leave me out of it, because you still got 2-3 other decisions to make. Because here I am coming in week 1, and you've been dating these other guys for whatever X amount of time.
You got a head start on it.
Like what's going on? Like what you trying to figure out? And then on top of that, why are you adding more guys to it? If you got rotational dating, stay where you at. If you dating 3 guys, stay with the 3 guys till you figure out which one you really want. Don't add another guy to it.
Me too, Sean.
So yeah, for those who can't see, Sean, Joey Sis comment, I personally am too lighthearted to go that deep on the first date. I just want to laugh, kick it, and keep it light. I'm not thinking about talking about marriage, what you're looking for in a woman, because I may I may not like you to even concern myself with future plans on the first date.
Right,
Marie
just have
chimed in
fun.
again. Friendship is the key. I will not always be hot and heavy. What else do you have when money is tight and the sex ain't right? Okay, Marie, come on, drop bars. But and Nunu chimed in, but the key word is dating, not courting. Not courting. So Billy D, so it sounds like to you the rotational thing is a kind of a turnoff, right?
Yeah.
It's a turnoff. With being
Because the thing
remind
about
knows
it
how you
is,
feel about it too.
you're mind fucking 3 other guys. So what are these other guys? Here I am coming in week 1, and you interested in me, but you're still dating these 3 or 4 other guys. Because it's easy for women to date multiple guys. Like I said earlier, they not financially obligated for these dates, so it's easy for
So
them
that's
to
easy to
date
do.
multiple
Right.
guys like that. And so here I am. You've been dating these guys 4 or 5 weeks, and then I come in week 1. What are you saying about me or saying about these guys? Like, did they make the cut yet? I mean, are they on the team? They off the team? You still trying to figure it out? You gonna send them back to the G League, or they gonna be a starter? Like, what you
So
gonna do?
when does it stop? Like at what point does it stop?
I mean,
And you kind of
you
make
have
a
to figure
decision.
it out. Like, I mean, you have to have an idea of like what you're looking for. When you this serial dater, you got yourself spread so thin. Like, do you really know what you want, or you just caught up in the being the company of a man because you don't want no absent time sitting around the house. You got something to do every
Mm,
week because you got this guy to do this guy to do
mm.
this guy to do this. Now,
Mm.
some of these old school women back in the day, and I don't know how these new school women are doing now, but you had your rent guy that you slept with, you had your car note guy, you know what I'm saying? You had your guy who just sexed the mess out of you, and you had that one guy who sexed you okay, but he was great in conversation. So, the Bible says the double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So here it
Come
is, you
on,
got
Billy.
4 5 guys, like you unstable. It's like that's unhealthy to me. That's what I'm saying. And it's no different than a guy sleeping with 4 5 women. It's just
Right.
unhealthy. What you gonna do?
You're right.
Being jump in there.
Well, listen, we talk about this all the time with this rotational dating thing. Once I find out I'm in a rotation, guess what? You become just a smash. And if we not smashing, guess what? You getting weeded out. It's over with. That's just my take on it. That's the way I've been, always been.
You pretty much killing your chances of ever
Hey, there you go.
jumping over to the wifey, the girlfriend side of getting that tight.
Right.
Overall, it's just unhealthy. Like, I don't know who created that idea, think that was okay, but as a woman, it's just unhealthy for her mentally. She's not screwing 4 5 guys. Screw 4 5 guys and see what you want to sit there and be a serial
Yeah,
dater.
yeah.
Once in the
Women,
dating, screw 4
women,
5 guys and see how you feel about that.
women can do it, but they should keep it to themselves because men are territorial. Because
There
the
you
very
go.
first thing
Yep.
a man want to know is how many brothers you done slept with. We just do because oh no that girl's a hoe. You know. So if you are doing it, ladies, keep it to yourself.
Right.
You know.
That's true. But that, like, we talk about this, like I said, on the show all the time, the ladies are being encouraged to rotationally date. Like, just don't get stuck in one hole. And I think what women have to
Well, how that working
understand,
out?
I think what women have to understand with guys is we only like to compete when it comes to sports,
Right.
like little shit like that. We ain't competing for no love. Like
Right.
Yep.
there ain't no man trying to compete for love. And if you're
There's
dating a bunch
women
of
who
different guys, I
genuinely want
can't.
to be in a relationship. So,
Right.
a lot of these women who doing that, I mean, sometimes you got to logically sit back and look at it. You're not married, so you have to sit back and look at yourself. What am I doing wrong?
Mhm.
And sometimes they're in this vicious circle of doing the same thing over and over. It's like you're conditioned to do it, and you normalize it like it's right, but it's not right. Same thing with guys. You keep doing the same thing over and over, and then sometimes you got to switch it up.
Yeah.
You can't keep running like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't. You're built to be with someone, but it's when you want to make this obligation to somebody, you're looking to see, do you embody what I'm looking for? If you're not embodying what I'm looking for, then
Hey, Billy D,
move on.
for men and women, sometimes the hardest thing to do is for them to look in the mirror.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah.
a human being. Period.
yeah,
And for me, for somebody who, when you listen to people's conversation, or even just watching their social media pages, right? We all got social media friends where it's always somebody else's fault.
Right.
You always
And if
got
you
some
don't got them
bullshit
friends,
going on.
you that person.
Right, right, exactly. There's always some bullshit going on, and it's always on somebody else.
right.
You know what I mean? Like that's a when you're really paying attention and looking deep, that's a huge red flag to me. If it's
Mm-hmm.
always, if you can never just say, you know what, I fucked up, or you know
Mm-hmm.
Right.
what, I wasn't, wherever I was at, I wasn't right. So even on a date, I think if you're listening to a woman and every one of her exes is something they did,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? That's something I
I
think.
mean, both men and women really sometimes have to address the trauma that happened to them, in their past relationships
Yeah.
or family issues, because you don't know how that manifests to you right now as a
Mhm.
30, 40, 50-year-old man. And you probably got some underlying issues that you just, why you so sexually aggressive? Why you so verbally aggressive? You have to look at some of that stuff to see why I'm at, and you have to unpack, you got to peel back the onions to figure out why you at, both men and women. Because like I
Right.
said, we in this vicious circle and we're not addressing the issues. I always post sometimes on Facebook, mental disorders are real. Mental disorders don't always have to be you crazy, right?
Right. Right.
Mental disorders may be some trauma that you may have deal with, or you're dealing vicarious trauma. Basically, you living through somebody else's trauma and you think it's affecting to you. And you got to worry about yourself.
Okay, okay. I want to read this post comment from Marie. I think it's interesting. I think dating multiples is good if you're just having fun, but if you're seeking longevity, you shouldn't spread yourself thin because you won't get that marriage you desire because it's impossible to give your all to multiples. One of them can be the one, but he is only getting a portion of her, and that portion is not enough for him to take her seriously. That's a great comment, Marie. Great comment. And we got some other comments rolling in. Uh, who is this? Facts. The men have to shut it down today. Carry on. Uh-oh. I got that must be Tiff talking crazy to us. Cause she gonna try to she wanted to jump in here, but we're gonna keep the door locked. She can't get in here today. We got our sis Sean on here. But y'all ain't challenging nobody to a duel and slapping the shit out of them with a pair of white gloves. I did see talking about us competing. Us competing. No, that was back in the 1900s, baby. Men ain't out here doing that. First of all, cats is too crazy. I'm not getting shot over no female.
Right.
No female.
I mean, culturally, everything. Using that analogy, culturally everything has changed from then. Back in the day, in the World War II generation, man, you meet somebody, you married in like a 6 months or less, and you
Yeah.
had to
Right.
get permission from the father.
Yeah.
Now, when you move into baby boomers generation, it's a little bit more courtship, but
They
you
kicking the
try to
door
figure
down,
it out.
slapping the shit out the daddy,
Right,
looking at the mama.
you're saving money to to
Right.
get the wedding, and then you make it happen. But now Generation X and on, it's this forever relationship. We're trying to figure it out. Maybe you're trying to save some money up. Maybe you're trying to find the right opportunity.
Yep.
The right timing and stuff like that. I mean, it's just longer. And I think sometimes what women feel like, I've been in this relationship for 3-4 years, and then this dude has stole 3-4 years of my life when I could have gave it to somebody else. But
And 3 or 4 thousand out their pocket. And drop their credit score 3 or 4 points. They call them the 4 brother.
Oh shit.
Hey, Lefty.
Uh,
Tiffany say she listening and taking notes because they taking over next week. So I
yeah,
can't
yeah,
wait
they're
for
gonna
this.
they gonna get a chance to rebuttal us. So look, we got about 10 minutes left, fellas. So I want to throw something else out there. Like turnoffs. Give me some turnoffs. And being I'm gonna start with you and we just gonna go around. Being ability to TB.
Hey man, like when I see a woman, if her shoes run over, I'm out. I'm out, man. I'm out. Because
Instantly.
you know, I got a strong shoe game. Whether it be gym shoes, dress shoes, or whatever, I got a strong shoe game. So if your
Mike
shoe
Loud.
game,
Shoe in your ass.
right, if your shoe game is trash, man, that's a turnoff, man. That's just one right there. So Billy
That's
D,
why.
go
Billy
ahead.
D.
Surgeries. You know, this body dysmorphia disorder that some of these ladies are having is like, you know, the tummy tucks, the booty injections. I get the breast reduction because I know it kind of hurts their back carrying that weight like that. I get that part, but when it's like, you know, the insecurity of why you're doing what you're doing is, you know, sometimes you can work it out. And a lot of females say, you know, I've been to the doctor and I can't get this down. And then I talked to this woman who has the same, you know, incision in her body from doing the what you call it, where the babies get pulled out the stomach because they can't have
C-section.
C-section.
cesarean. She did it. So, but then you always hear these excuses. Well, everybody's bodies are different. It's just like surgery don't make it all happen, you know. And then you got to realize you got to come to bed. And if you come to bed looking like Frankenstein, you know, it's just, you know, all these cuts and scars every goddamn where. It's just,
Man.
I don't like surgery. That's just me.
TB.
Well, let me say, I don't care about that. I do understand some women have to remove some of their stomach or whatever because of cesareans or whatever the case. That's fine. What turned me off, if I see a woman with her kids and how she handle her kids, if that's real important to me. If I call you and you always don't have your kids, then you have younger kids. They always with your mama or whatever. That's a huge turn off to me. I won't even mess with you.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, you went somewhere a lot of people wouldn't have gone, but that's a great point.
Because everybody ain't me.
Well, that's true. That's true, TB.
Yeah.
You are very unique. For me, I think it's conversation. You know, boy. You know, we talked about earlier, as far as too serious, being able to, you know, have fun and, you know, be able, I don't want to walk on eggshells around nobody. And your mouth. I think women, I'm sorry, I'm old fashioned. My mom wasn't a cursor and all that, especially in the beginning. If your mouth just filthy, that's just, I don't know. That
ain't ladylike.
Yeah, that's a huge turn off. Like every other word you cussing, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that one kind of bothers me a little bit. So we got about 7 minutes left, guys. So 7.
Let me say one other thing too, real
ahead.
quick, Demonte, that I hate. I just forgot about this. If I say hello to you, walking past you, hold the door open for you as I'm coming out of a store or whatever,
say thank you.
Say thank you or hello.
Oh man!
Every time somebody say hi to you,
everybody
they're not trying to holler at you.
Right.
Every time somebody like a picture of you, that might be just a nice picture of you.
Right.
That's it. No more.
TB, that's a great alley-oop because I was definitely about to go there.
Man.
I want to get, before we go, I want to get a lady some misconceptions of men, like something that women just assume about men that we know ain't true. So they need to hear it from the guys. So Billy, kick that one off.
What rating are we here on this?
Full and triple X. Go for it.
Let's try. And I ain't trying to say this for all the men, but if a guy give you a short time in the bed, you did something wrong. He just getting off and he busting and going. If he ain't making love to you, you did something wrong, and you gonna get a short game. You ain't gonna get the long game because you did something wrong. Every man has potential to give you that long game, but if you got the short game, you did something wrong.
Okay.
Damn.
Well, TB, you touched on a little bit, but you got some more for the ladies. What's some other misconceptions that ladies have?
First and foremost, the biggest, as my boy Brock would say, the number one is we all not the same. Whether we all black, whether we all white, it don't matter. We not the same. Number two, none of us is perfect.
Right.
Find the 10 most important things you want in a man and go after that. But he gonna have faults, but still go after what's important to you.
And how much you willing to deviate from it? Like
Exactly. You
when you
gonna have
willing
to
to say
deviate.
he covered 85% of what my
Right.
top 10, you know,
Right.
then you're winning.
Right. He can't kiss, but his head game strong. he walk with a limp, but that's because his knees fucked up. Yeah.
Being, what's the misconception?
Man, TB stole mine, man. That perfect 10 thing, like you say, we all different, man. And stop bringing your last heartbreak
That's right.
into
Right.
every
Right.
situation that you get in.
Right.
Leave that at the door. Leave that at the door, but that's hard for women to do. And let me be correct. It's hard for humans to do because some men do it too, but women, y'all can't leave that last heartbreak, and then y'all like you think that I'm gonna do this at the snap of the finger. You waiting for it to happen.
That's part of that trauma that I was talking
Definitely
about.
part of that
you know,
trauma.
That,
Well,
that you have to address, whether therapeutically or or just getting it off your chest. You have to address that trauma, and a lot of us are afraid to go talk to therapy to address some of these issues. And if you don't, then you're gonna be harboring a lot of things, and then your attitude and your demeanor is gonna be real callous. And when the real person comes along, they're gonna blow right by you because you're so caught up in this vicious cycle that we talked about earlier.
Right.
And you know
So
what?
so leave your last relationship there. Before you move on, ladies, get over him, get past him. No matter what he did, get past that before you meet somebody else. And
Right.
that next relationship will go a whole lot better because you are officially over him and got him out your system. Because a lot of times you women move so fast, you still got feelings for the man, but now you got some other brother liking you, but you still like this other man.
well, and mine will be one of the biggest misconceptions is every man not trying to smash.
Right.
Mine is every man, and I know, and it was I forgot who made the comment earlier that men are visual. Yes, we are visual. There's going to be a physical attraction first, but it doesn't necessarily mean that every comment, like you said earlier, TB, when you speak, when you hold a door, when you like or somebody's picture, does not necessarily mean you trying to smash. And even if he's looking at you in that way, you still determine if you just gonna be a smash or if you're gonna be more. I think ladies have a lot more control than they really realize. And you kind of set the bar, you set the boundaries right away, and you can pull us from just wanting to smash you to like, oh man, she cool as hell, like she really good
Right.
people.
You won't be that bitch when you walk
Exactly.
away.
Exactly.
If I hold a door and I say, here you go, or how you doing, turn around and smile, say thank you, and walk in.
Right.
And
damn it, smile. The frowned up.
Right.
Oh my God, the
Smile.
frown.
Shit.
I used to be on the metro, man. If you look around, everybody frowned up and just looking like life is miserable. You're not making
Bitch
yourself
look like Aunt Esther.
Watch it, sucker.
Right. You hear that, Sean? You tried it, sucker.
You tried it, sucker.
All right, guys, we about to get up out of here, man. Send your party
Thanks
shots.
for having me, man.
TB, go
Hey,
ahead,
thanks for the invite, fellas.
Go ahead, TB, send your party shots.
Hey, again, thanks for having me. Smoke fellas and Billy D. I appreciate it. Can't wait to come back. Hope I didn't make my wife mad.
Billy.
Thanks for the invite. Glad we had an opportunity to give women some type of insight. This full transparency is real good to get some of this information out about men, because sometimes men not sharing a lot of stuff. So hopefully some type of breadcrumb was put out there for ladies.
Ben.
Well, I will say this, ladies, stop looking for a man, look for a friend. Get that friendship in there.
Damn. Bars.
Message.
And so originally, before we go, the ladies were gonna take over next week, but we got a letter, And this letter gonna blow y'all away next week. So tune in. And ladies, we promise you, maybe if not once a month, but at least every few weeks, we gonna give y'all a man cave. Get your girls to come in here. They can ask as many questions as they want. We'll mix up the panel. We definitely gonna have TB and Billy D back on the show as well. Okay. So man, tune in next week.
And before we go, one last thing that's 100. Some of you ladies just think y'all should be dating Idris Elba when you really should have Michael Blackston. Message.
Damn. All right, y'all, man. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see y'all next Tuesday. Peace out.
Hey, man. Y'all guys are crazy, man.
He said,
You know the motherfuckers.